Hello lovely beans, long time no see. I am now in my new workroom. It's like office space slash writing space slash sewing space slash crafting space. Like it's an everything room basically. So still some parts under construction. It's not 100% there yet, and you see the wall behind me is pretty bare, so I'm gonna be hopefully over the next months and years going to put some decorations up on there. Yeah, welcome to the new space and welcome to a new video. I have finally, if some of you have been following me on Instagram, you will know that I have been trying my hand at crochet, and I have finally finished the project. Yay me. So a little bit of background, my brother and his lovely fiance have had a little baby girl in February, and I, being a first-time fresh aunt, wanted to make something for the little bean to, yeah, just as like, welcome to this world, little human. So back in the day I used to do a lot of crochet, like a lot of crochet. Like a crochet circle going on, a couple of friends of mine at school, and yeah, I did a lot of crochet, and I learned a very cute little a baby flower type granny square, and that is the subject of today's video, because the granny square, it's a bit intricate if you've never crocheted. It's not hard, but if you've never crocheted before, it's complicated. So this video is all about the crocheting of the baby flower granny squares, and then in the next video I'm going to show you how to make a little baby jacket out of said granny squares. So without much further ado, let's get to hooking.
Okay, hello there. Yeah, these are the little granny squares we are going to be making today, or that I'm going to show you how to make today. They are very cute, they're very small. The size obviously depends on the size of the yarn you're going to be using. I am using this yarn. It's cotton yarn. It's rather tiny. Since it's going to be for a baby, I thought that it might be a good idea to have something small. And we're going to be using a hook like this. This is a 3.5 millimeter hook. I have no idea what that is in US numbers. Hook numbers, I have no idea. And I am going to make a magic ring. You sling it around your fingers like so, wrap around your thumb, and then you poke in the bottom, hook in the thread, hook through, and then hook the thing through again. So the magic ring I do is probably a bit more weird than what I've seen other people do. That's how I learned it. So there we are. You have now the start of a magic ring. And technically that was already the first stitch, but I used this as the first stitch. This is my first stitch in the magic ring. Right. And we are going to want a total of 8 stitches in this magic ring. So there you go. This is 2. And a 3. And 4. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky sometimes. I do crochet rather tight. I have a lot of tension in the threads and stitches and everything, so yeah. And this is number 8, and the magic ring is called the magic ring because yeah, there we go. It is now closed, which is incredibly convenient. Right, we're going to close this magic ring with a I have no idea what this is called because I'm not a pro crocheter. So what we're going to do is go through the first stitch again, pull through, and then without gathering the thread, pull through the loop first loop on the hook as well. So now that thing is closed. Now we chain 3, and what we then do, I've again not a clue what those are called in English. See, there's the 3 little chains. And what we're now going to do is we're going to loop around, stick the thing back into the stitch we closed the ring off with, gather thread, loop around, stick back in, pull thread through 4 times in that same stitch until we have, I think it's called a bushel stitch, is that possible? Do leave me a comment. Because I'm kind of, sort of, I have no idea of crocheting jargon, but there we go, we're trying our best. And then we grab that and pull through all of them at once and close it off. Right, now we are going to make 3 loose stitches, chain stitches, that's the one, chain stitch 3, a little chain there, and then we go into the immediate next stitch and do the same thing, but we do 5 bushels, 5 bushels instead of the 3, because in the instead of the 4, because in the first bushel stitch the chain counts as the first bushel. So 5 bushels and pull through, close off, chain 3 and repeat until the entire thing has a total of 8 bushel stitches in it. 8 bushels with each 3 chains in between. So we end up with a lovely little blossom at the end of it. And this is sped up, I think, by 800, so just so you get an idea of how long this would possibly take. So I think the entire video time I had, yeah, here we are, 3 chain at the end, and then the last bushel. There we go. I think the entire video, like I taped this through in one go. I think the entire video had about half hour's worth, 40 minutes worth of footage. So it's, yeah, I mean, the more often you do it, the quicker you get. I was going a bit slower because I obviously needed to show. Here we go again, chain 3. Come on. Like I said, I crochet very tightly. Probably not in my best interest, but yeah, there we go. And here we close it off again with one of those, I keep forgetting what they are, like I cannot for the life of myself remember the name of these in English. Cat stitch, I think they are in German, but yeah, I cannot remember in English. It might be called differently, but yeah, in German it's a cat stitch. Right. And that is our first 2 rounds. Just slice it off here. And continue the 3rd round with a different colour. You could continue this all with the same colour, that is absolutely no problem. But I wanted to have a few different colours in here. Also because it makes it kind of a little bit easier to show you what is happening in which round. So these were the first 2. The magic ring being the first round, and then the bushel stitches being the 2nd round. Right, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with a different colour, just bring that through like I would anyway, a normal stitch, and then I'm just pulling down on the yellow to just lock it in place a little bit more, and so I can work with it. Right, there we go, and chain 3. Come on, 1, 2, and 3. Right, now what we're doing is a double crochet. So what you are going to want to do is loop around, so you've got 1 loop on your needle, go in through the same stitch we just came out of, no, the top stitch of that little petal there. Grab the thread, pull through. Now you have 3 loops on your needle. I see 1, 2, 3. And what you want to do is grab the thread again and pull it through the first 2 loops. Pull through and then grab the thread again and pull it through the top 2 loops. That is the double crochet. Now you're going to make another double crochet into that exact same stitch. There you go. Loop 3 loops and then through the first 2 and through the second ones. Now we need another set of 3 chain stitches. So chain 3. No, come on, 2 and 3. And then we are putting 3 more double crochets into that, again, the exact same stitch. So there we are, 1. It gets a little bit tight, but you'll see why in a moment. 2. Oh goodness. Yeah, focus, focus. And 3. There we are. And now you can see there is the corner of our little granny square. Chain 1. And then into that next petal we're going to put 1/2 double crochet. So same thing, go in 3 on your needle and then you pull the thread through all 3 at the same time. So that is the 1/2 double crochet. Chain 1. And then we'll put the same thing with the 3 double crochet, 3 chain, 3 double crochet into the next corner, or into the next petal to form the next corner. And you just repeat then with the 1/2 double crochet, another set of corner, and then I've got a double crochet around the round until you get to the first corner again. Again, this is sped up. I think this is by 1200 or something, so don't worry if you don't, if you're not able to go quite as fast with your crocheting as this. It is not exactly true to life. Right. I'll slow this down for you again a little bit, so you can see what I'm doing. Close it. And then the 1/2 double crochet in the middle one there. Yeah, come on. And 1. And then we're going to go into the topmost stitch of the 3 chains we did right at the beginning as we were starting this round. And what, like, you could technically just go in like that, but I always try to go through the top and then have like 2 little loops on the going off screen here, I'm so sorry about that. Get 2 loops onto the needle and then pull it through there, because there's I'm not showing you this, but there's a little loop underneath the needle and underneath the thread, so that's another cat stitch. And I'm going to sort of like it's a slip stitch. It's not a cat stitch, it's a slip stitch. So I'm going to slip stitch my way over here, because I need to be in that corner. And we are going to start the next round now. Oh, I've got the little, you could use this really small basic little square now already, but I want to have like another round around it in a different color. So I'm going to just grab this different color right now, and then I'm going to basically do a final slip stitch into that little corner there, and from here I'm going to start chaining 3, and then the exact same game as we did earlier, 2 double crochets into that part of the corner. There's 1, and the second, Then we chain 3. And we plop in another set of 3 double crochets to start or to finish our first little corner up in that section. So as far as we go here, the exact same as in round 3. Chain 3 and then the double crochets. Now it's a little bit different. We chain 1 and then in between here, between the triple and half, between the double and half double, sorry, we put in another set of 3 double crochets. So no half doubles, only doubles, full doubles in this round. So there we go. That's 3 and then chain 1 and same here, 3 double crochets into that little space. Again, you might want to crochet a little bit looser than I do because it's very tight. It's very, very, very tight. 3. There we go. And then chain 1 and then the exact same thing in here. 3 double crochet, 3 chain, 3 double crochet. And again, we go around the round until we get to the beginning again. There we are. Magic of filmography. There's our first of the final set of 3, 2, and 3. And 1 chain, and then again into the topmost chain of the triple chain to start the round. Up there again. Again, I'm trying to fiddle my way through there to have 2 on the top and 1 on the bottom of the needle. Pulling that through, slipping that closed, and there we go. All done, all sorted. First little baby flower granny square, almost complete. And of course, what we now have to do is sort out these things on the back, and I'm using a tapestry needle for that, and just give another pull on the magic circle to close it properly, and I'm then just going to weave that in there. With the granny squares, you may be able to see there is a slight difference between the front and the back. Now, which way you want to have as your front is entirely up to you. I'm just a little nitpicky with that, and I'm choosing this to be my back. So that's going to be on the inside of the garment and not visible to the outside. Personally, I would advise just showing how to weave that in there. Personally, I would advise that if you choose one side to be your front, stick with that side. But that's just me. If I know that it's not like that, I've done one on the front, one on the back, it drives me nuts. But that's just me. So if you are like, yeah, it doesn't bother you, it really doesn't matter which side you choose as your front and back. But I just know, and I'm just weird like that. So I really take great care to sort of like keep stuff that is my chosen front on the front and the chosen back on the back. Right. That's it. Here we go. And yeah, granny square finished. I hope you were able to follow along a little bit with my unqualified commentary. I've done 3 more already. I finished 4 more. And I will stop this video here because I have a bunch more of these to finish. And in my next video, I will show you the jacket and how I crocheted that. And if you want to hang around and see the next video, I would recommend you hit the like button and ring the notification bell down below. And yeah, other than that, have a lovely day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!